Hello, this is a review of the Corsair Vengeance Blue DDR3 PC1600 16GB RAM memory with a 4-pack of 4 gigabytes each. So I think these are great. They work fine, perfectly fine for me. My computer's been up and running for more than 3 months without a single crash whatsoever. So definitely nothing memory related, let alone anything else in my system as well. So I've had no problems with these at all. Now these Vengeance Blue chips come in 2 profiles. So one is this kind here with this higher profile with the fenders that help dissipate heat better. So these are aluminum fenders on the top that make the chip taller. Corsair also offers a Vengeance Blue low profile chip. So if you do not have the room for a higher profile chip, so you see how tall these are? They're really not that tall. But if for some reason there's something else that needs to hang over them, you can get the smaller, lower profile version. But I didn't have anything in the way, so none of my cards would possibly need to run over these chips. So for that reason, the higher profile was perfectly fine for me. Now, I would recommend getting the tall, high profile ones if you have the room for that. So only get the low profile chips if you have a need to be a lower profile. Because there's got to be a reason that Corsair went out of the way to build a chip with aluminum fenders for heat dissipating. Now if you go to the Corsair website, you can read additional information, and if you actually bring up the technical specs of the low profile versus the high profile one, I think they just don't want to scare you away from the low profile, which they believe in as well, but there's a reason, I believe, that they offer the taller profile ones as well. So I would recommend that. So definitely look at the higher profile fender versions. I'm really happy with these. All you want in memory is to plug them in and work. But do check to see your processor architecture and what kind of memory it supports along with your motherboard. So I have the i7-2600K and the Intel motherboard DZ68BC, and it takes dual channel memory. Now the Vengeance Blue is supposed to be all about the 2nd generation Intel processors anyways, which are dual channel chips. So you definitely want to get dual channel memory chips to match your processor and motherboard architecture. So just be aware of that. If you have a certain AMD processors, you might need a quad channel chip. Or there's also out there tri-channel or triple channel chips. From different processors. So definitely make sure that dual channel is the correct match for what you're looking for. But don't worry about the PC speed. So PC1600, you can overqualify for that. So PC1600 on my system, because this Intel i7-2600K along with my motherboard, is only going to run it at 1333. And these work perfectly for that, even though it's running it at 1333. You just don't want to underqualify for those. So definitely make sure that if you have a processor like mine, you need at least 1333, but there's nothing wrong with PC1600 if that's what you have. So I'm perfectly happy with these. Just be aware of their height. It's going to be an advantage with the fender, again, if you don't have anything that's in the way. But if you do, there's also low profile versions of the same chips. Thanks for watching the review.